Hey folks, it's Ivan, and I'm standing on a rough patch of dirt here. And that was because I was trying to test out, test the current voxels against what was shown in the update video. And let me show you, first they did was drop down, and what I noticed when I do this is world holes will appear, and there's this stuttering issue here. I didn't see that in that video that showed. And when they were doing this, it was smooth. So you can see how there's kind of like jagged edges and such. But what they showed was that it was smooth. And see, I can't even really run quite right. A lot of jagged edges. So it looks like they're definitely going to be doing a lot of good fixes for voxels themselves. And so that's what I took away from the teaser video. That's kind of why I didn't do a spotlight video today, was because they actually came out with something and released something official. But I can show you is I did make the Egg Scrambler. Now, it only faces in cardinal directions as it spins. And that's because I don't have any gears on this thing. This is just as simplistic as it can be. Belt driven, but with the player harness mod. If I get the gears in, I could probably speed those things up, make it look a lot faster. We'll see. That's pie in the sky. You see the Ferris wheel over there. I'm not too happy with it, or happy enough with it to release it to the workshop unless somebody actually asks for it. I might tinker with this and see if I can't get it to move faster via the gears or some other belt-driven mania. What's the next thing I should... I'm kind of going out of order of what I saw in there. Let's talk about the animations next. And... now, if you kind of see how I'm doing this Mario jump here, this is the current, and what it looked like in 0.6 is it's going to be a lot more natural of a jump. No more Mario jumping with his fist in the air, ready to break a brick above his head. So I like that, personally, having seen it quite a bit. Like, if I have this, see how the axe keeps going up like that, that was kind of annoying. I hope that gets it fixed. And then the next thing they showed is... here, let's get rid of that. See how your character just bends down and runs? And even though I'm looking down, he still is pre-angled forward. And what it looked like in the video they showed was that when you initially run, you'll lean forward, but as you're running, you'll start to lean back in a more natural running state. So, if you ever see anybody run, they normally start tilting forward at the beginning and then pull up. I don't know if that's natural at all or anything like that. I was never a runner in high school. Track, actually never did track, despite some part of me wanting to do so. So the animations look good, the voxels look good, and the next thing I wanted to address was another part about voxels. Now in that still, we saw a village with some windmills, and the windmills are new. What they do, we don't know, because it was a still. It could be cosmetic, could be anything. I'm going to wait to address those until they actually do any more on that set. What I did notice in there is what looked like some white. So it could indicate some snow. So maybe we're getting snow now as a voxel. So, and I look forward to that, to be honest. Wouldn't it be cool to have snow-capped mountains like this in the game? Definitely could add some story aspects to the game. And I also saw that in the last still they had, which was of the server performance. Now, like some people, I was a little skeptical because it was just a single picture, and it showed the server speed and the local sim speed at 1.0. And then the FPS I'm going to disregard completely, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But going back to the sim speed, we don't know what the fluctuation is. Is it a solid 1.0, or is it hovering between 0.5 and 1.0? That's what a video would have helped us with. And I look forward to seeing what that's going to be in the future. Maybe, hopefully, they'll show it off. If they don't, I do plan on doing some online activity, so I'll test that out and let everyone know. Is the 1.0 a consistent thing for people, or is it very inconsistent? But it did look like there's a lot of people, and it was still at 1.0. So we'll see. And it did also, I should mention, it looked like those characters were doing things in that single picture. It looked like one was digging, another one was swinging an axe. So that was a 1.0 with action going on. Now, regarding the FPS, that 40 FPS could be just the hardware on that computer. I've heard that some of their computers are relatively out of date, and somebody said that the purpose was that so that people with low-end computers like that, the devs would know if it's optimized for lower-end computers at all. And so that was the explanation I saw on the forums. I can't confirm that because I'm not a King employee, and I don't have the money to go over and tour their building and mess with their stuff. So we'll see. Maybe if this YouTube gig takes off, I'll go and make a surprise visit to Deep Flame and Captain Twinkie and the rest. But anyways, joking aside, that was what I heard is that some of their computers are low end so that they can see what it's like to have a low-end computer play the game. And so the recap, changes to the voxels, a lot smoother transitions. It looks like no world holes from what I saw in the video. Maybe some new voxels such as snow. Different animations. Something with windmills, whether it's cosmetic or practical, we'll find out in a future teaser. And if you haven't seen the video, you can just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll edit it if I didn't add it to the description. I probably added to the description just so everyone can see it. One last thing I should mention: next week might be a very slow period. I am working to see if I can get one teacher to cancel their classes, and then I will be going home at the end of this week. I haven't seen my folks in about 2 months, so I want to go see them as soon as possible. The computer there is one I built 6 years ago, and I just now, over the summer, upgraded it to a very low-end 900 series, I believe. I can't remember if I did a 900 series graphics card or something else. I still have to upgrade the CPU and RAM in there. But that being said, it's not the best, and if I do post a video, the audio will be probably subpar, and so will the video quality itself. But we'll see. I just got to see if this last holdout will actually release us from coming to school on Monday for one day. I hope he does. But that being said, I do have some plans for Thanksgiving. I'm trying to get together a Thanksgiving. I wouldn't say special. It wouldn't be very long because that if you're not familiar with American United States custom, next week is Thanksgiving. It's a time to come together with family and friends and fellowship and gorge ourselves on turkey. So yeah, that's the very basics of it, and I'm not going to get into the tirade or the rant about people chopping on Thanksgiving, which I do have stories about, and I will share them in a later video. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not going to share the Egg Scrambler onto the workshop until I have it where I'm satisfied with it. But if you would like this version, this Mark 1 if you will, let me know in the comments down below and I will be sure to post it up. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.